Hey, what's up you guys, it's Spartan, and today we'll be seeing who the best archer in all of Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord is by having them compete against each other in a giant tournament, or also known as a battle royale, to see who is the very best and who will come out on top of all of Calradia. And for this tournament, we're going to be using all tier 5 units from both Empire, Britannia, and all the different factions. But we will not be using Battanian Fiends because that is cheating, and they are tier 6 noble troops. So we are going to be seeing who the best tier 5 baseline unit is in all of Bannerlord. So let's get straight into the tournament and show you guys what this is going to look like. Alright, so the first fight is going to be between the Khuzait Marksman and the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman at Seed 5 and Seed 4 to determine who faces Imperial Palatine Guard at first seed. So this is going to be a really close fight, and honestly, I don't know who's going to win this because their stats honestly are pretty close to the same, and they have about the same damage output, so it should be pretty interesting to watch. But the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman did get a huge buff of lately, and I'll go over their stats real quick for you guys. Alright, so the Khuzait Marksman has a total of 112 armor. He uses the step recurve bow with 48 arrows. And it has a speed, or a fire rate of 89, damage output of 62 piercing, not including the arrow bonus, and 94 accuracy, and a missile speed of 78. He also has the long saber as a backup. And I believe his skills, his skills are all 130 across the board. So he's very average unit, nothing special, but he does have really bad armor. So he has a good bow, honestly, he has a good damage output, but his armor is the worst out of all the archers. So keep that in mind. So he's definitely he's kind of like a glass cannon, I'd say, with how much damage he does and how little armor he has. Okay, so they are facing the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman. So let's go over their stats real quick. Oh, also I wanted to mention the Khuzait Marksmen shoot every 2.05 seconds, I believe. And then these guys shoot at 4.05 seconds. So these guys are twice as slow, but they have a lot more damage. Alright, so the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman coming in at I believe the 4th seed. They have an armor rating of 141, which is the absolute highest out of all the archers besides the Fiend. And so he has a huge armor advantage. He has 30 more armor compared to his archer rival that he's going to be facing. So he uses the Hickory crossbow that has 20 bolts with a speed rate of 62, and it does 93 piercing damage with 99 accuracy and 90 missile speed. So he definitely has a huge advantage with his weapon, but it is twice as slow, and when he's going to fire, he can get stunned, so it takes even longer than 4 seconds sometimes. And as a backup, in melee range, he has the Fine Steel Pomerian, as well as a giant large shield with a P on it. Big PP gang. And so you definitely don't want to be fighting this guy in melee combat. So if he gets in range of the archers, they're done for. But he also has a skill rating of 130 all across the board. So he is definitely a lot slower firing, a lot slower, anywhere between 4 and 6 seconds, depending on how many times he's getting hit. But he will 1 to 2 shot everyone on the archer side because they have no armor. So let's get straight into the first game and see who wins. And also, we're just on a really flat map, so that should help out. All right, here we go. Now we gotta find our units. Look, oh my god, they're so grouped up. That's scary. We're gonna have to definitely spread those guys out. All right, there we go. We got the first people firing, and we are having a lot of casualties, so that's kind of scary. We're gonna actually move these guys up, and yeah, that should work out a little better. I'm thinking if I should charge my guys in. Yeah, I'm charging. I'm going to go ahead and charge because this is looking pretty scary. And let's look at actually our enemy right here. So he's in a shield wall, and all these guys are just lined up in a deadly crossbow line right here, firing away. So here, let's watch these guys fire. Look at that. They're getting pelted though, I will say that. We're getting a lot of good kills right here, even though we're on the offensive. All right, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Here, I'm gonna get kind of a cinematic view of this. All right, let's look at the kills. Looks like the Khuzait Marksmen are actually winning right now. So we're gonna flip sides and see who does, if they do Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman do better the next time. All right, it looks like actually the crossbowmen are charging in. Oh god. Oh man, I want to keep them like in position, the marksmen, because they have a better chance out of melee, but it would be kind of interesting to see what happens. Marksmen are actually pulling it off though, because you know what? One-handed weapons are better against shields for the most part, because they attack so much faster. Yeah, it looks like the marksmen actually pulled it off there, even though they ran into melee like that. So there we go. That was a quick game, man. All right, so it ended up being, I'll let them get their last kills or whatever. But yeah, it looks like the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman got about 289 kills, and they lost 500 soldiers. So we're gonna say 289 to 500 is the first match. So we're gonna get into the second match, and I'm gonna be controlling the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman, so I can see if they win or not. All right, so 1-0 to the Khuzait Marksman. So let's swap teams, put my side on the attacker, and see if I can make a difference. All right, let's see. Are these my boys right here? Yeah, these are my boys. All right, so we're going to try to get these guys to win this time. So I'm going to go ahead and put them up on this hill right here, and I'm going to have them as spread out as humanly possible, because I know that's going to help them out a lot, because they were a little clumped up last time. And I'm going to put the infantry dude in a shield wall in the front. He does not matter at all, honestly. But I'll get him in front. I'll pretend like he's the general again. Protect him at all costs. Oh my god, there's so many crossbows. He's so slow too. Look at that line of crossbows. That's beautiful. Alright, you can just go right there. Alright, look at this line, man. Imperial Sergeant Crossbows, the highest armored unit in this game, and in my opinion, they might be better than the Vlandian Sharpshooters at this point, because their armor stats are just so much higher now. Because I'll show you guys that in a second, but the Vlandian Sharpshooters got a huge nerf in their armor field. So these guys actually might end up being better. But, I mean, if these guys lose, Vlandian Sharpshooters don't have a chance, because these guys are just absolutely insanely overpowered. Man, they just keep getting stunned because they get hit by these little, like, basically, like, little feathers that they're shooting. Oh, man, it's not looking good. I thought I could help them here, but it's all red. Oh, no. Come on, boys. Oh, man. They're breaking us. We need to charge. Everyone charge. Get into melee or something. And they might be out of ammo, actually, because I didn't tell them to hold fire. Oh my god, he just chambered and killed 2 of them. Almost. Oh. Come on. I don't think they're going to win. I thought they were one of the best crossbows. Honestly, I thought they were. They lost against the worst archers in the game. Well, I guess Sturgian is worse, but I mean, these guys are terrible. Oh my god, that's an upset right there, man. The crossbows should have won that one. I know they got the archers got kind of close because they charged in, but still, we had a nice formation going on. Everyone was firing too. Poor dudes. Alright. So, Imperial Sergeant Crossbows got 313 kills, so a little more than last time in a good formation, but they still got slaughtered. They lost 500 people. So we're going to go ahead and... Well, actually, I can fast forward it real quick. There we go. So 313 to 500 was the final game that decided that the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman lost. So the Marksman, the Khuzait Marksman, the second worst archers in the game, came out with a victory over top of the crossbows, man. That says something about the crossbows. All right, so we're going to go ahead and record 313. So let's see. So 500 kills to 313 was the finale round. And for my game I did on my own, actually Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman won. But still, it's 2-1. And the Khuzait Marksman got a victory against the 4th seed Imperial Sergeant Crossbows. So Khuzait Marksman will be advancing to face the Imperial Palatine Guard at the 1st seed. So, I mean, if the Khuzait Marksman win that, I don't know what to think anymore, because that would be insane. But we're going to go ahead to the second round, where it's Vlandian Sharpshooters versus the Sturgian veteran Bowman, and see who wins that one. The 3rd seed versus the 6th seed. All right, so here we go. Round 2, Vlandian Sharpshooters versus the Sturgian Veteran Bowman. So in my opinion, one of the best units in this entire game versus one of the worst archers in this entire game, or the worst archer in this game. So, I mean, if somehow the archers beat the Vlandian Sharpshooters, I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, stats don't make any sense besides the fire rate. So, okay, let's go over the stats real quick for the Vlandian Sharpshooters and both units. Alright, so our first contestant is the Vlandian Sharpshooter. So his armor rating comes in at a total of 131, which is pretty high up there. Not the highest, but pretty high. And he uses the bound crossbow that does 100 piercing damage with a speed rating of 63 and 20 bolts as well. And it has an accuracy rating of 100 and a missile speed of 97. So he has the highest range in all of this game. So his skills is 130 in one-handed, 130 in crossbows, and 130 in athletics. So he's pretty average compared to all the other units. So he basically does double damage. He's twice as slow at firing, and he has pinpoint accuracy and a lot more armor. All right, so let's see the Sturgian Veteran Bowman though. So the Sturgian Veteran Bowman has an armor rating of 136, which is actually slightly more, surprisingly enough, than the Vlandian Sharpshooters, which I thought it was the other way around. But he uses the simple short bow, which has a speed rating of 88 and does 52 piercing damage, as well as has 95 accuracy and 71 missile speed. So basically, he is a short-range, fast-firing unit that is pretty well armored. He has a speed rating of 130, a bow skill of 140, and a one-handed skill of 120. And his one-handed is I believe, a long war sword. So he is definitely not someone that's going to be good in melee range, but he will be pretty good for like a fast-firing, low-damage unit. So it should be interesting to see if he gets a lot of stuns out on the Vlandian Sharpshooters. So it should be a really interesting fight. So let's get straight into this fight, and we're going to be fighting on Battle Terrain 8, the desert. Alright, so I'm going to be controlling the Vlandian Sharpshooters this round. So we're going to get them in a nice position. Let's see. We're going to get them to spread out, and we're going to get them in, let's see, what would be a good position? I don't want to get too close to that boulder, but I do want to spread out more. Okay, so we're going to put our guys about right there, so we get up a little bit on that hill, and we get a little to the side, so we can kind of spread out more. That should be the best case possible, and I'm just going to keep them right there. Look at these guys up here, too. They have a good advantage up there. So we definitely can probably wrap around their units. And we're already getting some shots off. Okay, that looks pretty good. This might be our best chance we have here. And I hope they charge in, man. Because I don't want to sit here and shoot them down from here. But I mean, that's the good thing about the Sharpshooters. Their archers are going to be forced to push us because we have an excellent amount of range compared to them. Wow, you know what? Not a lot of them are firing. It's kind of weird. They have such an issue with firing in bulk, honestly. The crossbows do. But a lot of them are up on this hill, so that helps out a lot. And it's still a lot of green. I mean, look at that. Almost 150 kills already. And we've only lost like a handful of soldiers. Here, let's see the enemy's perspective over here. Look at this guy. They definitely shoot way faster, but I mean, they're just getting picked off. Oh, I'm starting to see a lot of red actually now that they're getting close. Let's see. 250 to 110. It might be a little too late though, honestly. Because the second someone in the front dies, the crossbows just get right up there and start firing. But they are kind of bulking up. Everyone on the right side is dead too. Look at that. Oh, he just took out someone in the head, man. Oh, they do. Okay, so they do take a couple shots to go down, as you can see. So it takes 2 bolts to take them down, usually. Oh, poor dude. Got 2 guys still firing, man. Somehow they're still alive. You know, honestly, the problem with the Sharpshooters is they're so accurate, and their AI is so dumb that they always miss. Like, they have 100% accuracy, but they just tend to always miss horses and people because their AI just doesn't know how to aim. It's kind of weird. Look at these guys, though. Oh my god, they're all porcupines. They have so good of armor. And like, they did so little damage. Like, the short bows did so little damage that they could take so many shots and still survive. I mean, look at this guy, man. How many arrows is that? Oh my god. 3? Oh, that's... Okay, 3 arrows. So most of these guys took like 3, 5 arrows and still survived. That's how little damage the Sturgian Bowman were doing. Look at this guy right here. Oh my god. How many is that? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These guys can take more than 8 arrows and survive. That's so sad. That was a clear victory, honestly. So we got, let's see. So 500, we'll say 500 kills and 200. So 500 to 237. That match. That was a complete slaughter. And that was beautiful also. So we're going to try it one more time, and we're going to take over the Sturgian veteran Bowman to see if we can take out a victory on them somehow. I mean, it still takes 8 shots to bring down one of these dudes, but we'll see if we can do it. It's definitely, that's crazy, man. Sharpshooters are so good. All right, so we're going to do the same map, and we're just going to swap the teams, switch my side to attacker, and we're going to restart it. All right, so round 2 against the Vlandian Sharpshooters. So Sturgian veteran Bowman versus the Vlandian Sharpshooters. So basically the worst archers in the game versus the best crossbowmen in the game. So I mean, it'd be insane if I can make this work, but we're gonna go ahead and charge and see what happens. And they are getting in a nice spread out formation over there, and it's kind of scaring me, but we're gonna get as close to them as possible and see if that can make a difference, because that's the only way we're gonna win this. We just got to overwhelm them and flank them from the side. All right, let's watch this. And oh, my infantry dude, get in his shield wall and charge. And hold fire also. Yeah, he's gonna run in there and distract them, make them go into melee. Look at all those arrows too, man. We gotta be taking out some people at this point. We gotta bull rush them, honestly. That's the only way we're winning this. Look at these guys too. They're like, oh my god, they're like tuna in a can, man. Oh, this is what happens when AI doesn't work. And look, oh wait. Hey, stay back a little bit. Just distract them. Distract them a little bit. There we go. Look at that, man. That is how you use archers to overwhelm the enemy. Honestly, if... Oh my god. So it's, yeah, 250 to 150 right now. So it looks like we're gonna completely slaughter them from just charging in short range, man. Look at these guys. These poor dudes. They're all turning into porcupines. Only guys left are the ones on the hill, too. They're just trying to get some pot shots off real quick. Oh, man. Yeah, so when they get really close to you, they only take 3 shots to take you down. Like 3 or 4 shots. So it definitely makes it... It definitely gives them an advantage there. Oh, man, that wasn't even close. So that was 500 to 237. So the last round, we're going to be basically doing a skirmish battle to see who can take this away. But it's 1-1 at the moment, so it's pretty close, honestly. I didn't expect that one at all. I didn't expect the worst archers in the game to beat the best crossbows in the game. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna give it one more try and see who wins. All right, so round 3 between the worst archers in the game and the best crossbows in this entire game. So we'll be using the same map, but we won't be using any infantrymen, so that both sides completely charge into each other, and it's gonna be complete chaos. But look at that. Okay, here we go. Got a couple guys on these hills over here, which is gonna help out. But let's see who wins this. It's gonna be complete chaos. And I believe the archers are gonna have the advantage at first, because they're gonna be so like grouped up like this. But it actually, no, what? It looks like the archers are dying pretty quickly, if you look at the kill feed. But it's still pretty close. But we'll see what happens. Alright, let's watch this dude. Let's just watch this from a cinematic angle. Oh, he just got shot in the crotch. Come on, boys. Don't let them get in melee range. What's the numbers looking like? 180, 190 to 190. Oh my god. It is close. But they're getting scared. They're like, no, we don't want to melee fight them, man. Run away. All right. Oh, man. Oh, it's close. It is really close, man. I think the sharpshooters might have it, though. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to go ahead and charge my guys in because that's what they're doing. Alrighty, boys. Come on. Don't let the ball of death just get you. You got to shoot them down. They're all grouped up. Come on, boys. So, and you know what? It does look like the shield and sword is doing a lot better than just the sword. I take it back. On a one-on-one, the sword does better, but in a group, the shield definitely helps out a lot. The big PP shields. Oh, it doesn't look so good. It looks like we're actually winning on the left side, though. The numbers are still pretty close. I think we're gonna beat the stragglers over here, and then they're gonna have to turn real quick and shoot at the crossbow dudes chasing our guys down. But at the same time, them chasing us down and stopping is making a huge line of sharpshooters. Oh, man. All right, who do we got over here? We got some melee fights. Oh, it's a complete mess, man. It's a complete mess. The sharpshooters won, though. And the sharpshooters, I mean, they had the huge disadvantage at that beginning. So if they can still, like, win after being grouped up like that and not being, like, under my control, they are definitely the victors in this situation. But just barely. I will say it, just barely they won. Look at that. Big PP Vlandian sharpshooters have come away with a close victory against the Sturgian veteran Bowman. There we go. So look at that. Big PP Vlandian sharpshooters have taken it away. So the score was, let's see, 392 to 500. So it was definitely a really, really close fight. And that's kind of scaring because if they have to verse the Imperial Palatine Guard, I don't know how it's going to turn out. So 500 for the Vlandian sharpshooters and 392 for the Sturgian veteran Bowman. So definitely a little unexpected on a couple of those rounds, but the Vlandian sharpshooters still barely pulled it off. So we'll see what happens. And it's crazy the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman lost by so bad against Khuzait Marksman. It's really interesting. So archers won the first round, and then crossbows won the second round. So the next round will be the Imperial Palatine Guard versus the Khuzait Marksman. So the first seed versus the second worst archer in this entire game. So that'll be a really, really interesting matchup, and I'd be really surprised if the Khuzait Marksman won that one. So let's get straight into that fight. Alright, so round 3, Khuzait Marksman at the 5th seed versus the number 1 seed Imperial Palatine Guard. So we'll be using a different map, so still desert, to keep it kind of pretty fair and pretty open. And let's see, you guys already know the Khuzait Marksmen, so they basically are a glass cannon unit that use a pretty powerful bow, but they have low armor, and they have the worst armor out of all the archers, but the second best bow. And so the Imperial Palatine Guard, we'll go over the stats real quick for you guys. Alright, so the Imperial Palatine Guard has an overall armor rating of 123 compared to their earlier 158, so they got a huge nerf. And they have the Step Warbow that has 24 arrows and does 66 piercing damage at a speed rating of 89 with accuracy of 95 and missile speed of 80. Alright, so overall they have slightly more armor, slightly more weapon damage, and they also have 160 bow compared to 130 bow for the Khuzait Marksman. So this honestly should be a clear-cut victory for the Imperial Palatine Guard, but you never know, honestly, because the Khuzait Marksman won against those Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen, which was really surprising to me. So we'll see if they can keep up with their underdog status right there, especially since they have the Spartan flag. Alright, so we are controlling the Khuzait Marksman for this fight, and I'm going to be giving them the best chance possible to win, which is not very high of a chance, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But look at that. Okay, actually, there's a lot of green right at the start. And they're so bunched up. This could be a really interesting fight right here. Look at that, man. Who's winning? Oh, we're winning a little bit, but, I mean, we do have a nicer formation. Keep that in mind. Look at that, though. Oh, they're getting really close, though. Oh, they're getting so close. Their damage is starting to really show. Oh, man. All right, we're going to go ahead and charge. Or actually, you know what we can do? We can do a fallback command. I find that pretty useful a lot of the times. It helps kind of like scatter my units and spread them out and also clump up the charging enemy. So this might work, but it might not. We'll see what happens, though. Should help these guys out. everyone should be firing and backing up and then firing and backing up. So it's pretty useful. And honestly, Khuzait Marksman would be doing this tactic anyways. So we'll see if it works. It looks like it is working though. So it's... we're still losing by a good amount though. So it's a little scary. Alright, we're going to go ahead and charge now. Since they're focused on our retreating AI, so this will be definitely our best time to attack. We can pick off the people that are distracted or that are still left facing us down. Yeah, this is looking pretty... Oh, no, mine's not looking good. We have 400 dead. It's 73 versus 130. Man, I thought that looked pretty good, man. That was about as best I could do commanding-wise. Besides if I like split them into 2 groups and made a V or something, you know? That would be kind of interesting. You know what? I might do that next round. Because I want these guys to win, at least one, because they're the huge underdogs in this fight. Oh! Oh, straight to the head too, man. Yeah, it looks like everyone's retreating besides this one last guy. Actually, a lot of the Imperials are out of ammo. You see them collecting arrows, and a lot of them don't have any arrows in their quiver like this dude. That's definitely pretty sad. Like, he has to shoot and then he has to go find arrows and shoot again. So that's definitely a huge advantage or disadvantage for them. Might be able to exploit that, honestly. Might be able to like keep falling back away from them until they run out of ammo. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, but that's a clear victory for the Imperial Palatine Guards. Alright, so that was 364 to 500. So, definitely doesn't look so good, especially since that strategy was pretty nice. But we're going to go ahead and... I usually would swap teams, but I want the Khuzait Marksman to win. So I'm going to put these guys up on this hill right here, and then I'm going to immediately get like over the ridge line to shoot down on them. So I'm going to charge about right now. So we're going to meet them either in melee on top of the hill, or we're going to fire down upon them. So this is definitely going to be the best chance we have right here. So we're going to charge straight into melee. And hold fire. Everyone hold fire and just charge. This is the only way I can think of them winning. Let's see who's better in melee, man. Khuzait Marksman in melee or the Imperial Palatine Guards, man. Oh, they got the hill advantage, though. I was hoping they wouldn't have that. Come on, boys. I can't even tell what's happening. Here, I'm going to click on someone. All right. Who's winning? Oh, we're winning. Khuzait Marksman. Khuzait Marksman better in melee compared to the Palatine Guards. That'd be interesting. Here, actually, let's see. All right, so Imperial Palatine Guard, they have a Fine Steel Spatha at 89 speed, 68 damage, and the Khuzait Marksman have a Long Saber at 88 speed and 77 damage. Alrighty, so actually the Khuzait Marksmen are way better in melee. They do like nearly 9 more damage in melee. That's good to know. So if you guys want to rush your archers, Khuzait Marksman will work against other archers. Look at that. Okay, let's be honest though. The Imperial Palatine Guard are definitely better. And they perform way better when they actually use their bows. But Khuzait Marksman won in melee. So we'll give them that. Alright, so after checking real quick, it was 364 to 500 was the previous round. So we're going to mark that as a Imperial Palatine Guard win, even though they lost in melee. But that was just a fun round, honestly. Just to see. I was just curious to see who's better in melee, because I was like, you know what? The Khuzait Marksman has a better sword. And the Palatine Guards suck. I mean, absolutely suck in melee engagements, and I know that for a fact. So, but still, Imperial Palatine Guard took it as a win. So they made it to the finals, and they're going to be versing whoever wins out of these two. So either the Vlandian Sharpshooter or the Aserai Master Archer, which is the 3rd seed versus the 2nd seed. So it's going to be a really, really close fight, and that's going to be round 4 for the semifinals. So let's get straight into that fight. Alright, so here we go. Round 4. Vlandian Sharpshooters versus the Aserai Master Archer. And we got a new map going on, and we're going to be doing 500 versus 500 again. And I'm going to be controlling the Sharpshooters to kind of help them out. And also, we haven't talked about the Aserai Master Archers yet, so we'll do a quick in-depth into them, and I'll put the stats on the screen. Alright, so the Aserai Master Archer has an armor rating of 129. He uses step recurve bow with 46 arrows that do all +4 damage. And he does 62 piercing damage at a speed of 82, accuracy of 94, and a missile speed of 78. And he also has a skill rating of 160 bow and then 130 in the rest. So he's definitely one of the best archers in this entire game. And with his just insane amount of arrows, I would say he is my personal favorite archer in the game, besides Sofian. So he is definitely the runner-up to win this. And I could see him beating the Imperial Palatine Guard if it came down to it. So it's definitely going to be a really close fight. Alright, here are my boys in blue right here. We're going to do spread out formation. And we're going to go about right there. There's a lot of green going on though, which is surprising. And I don't like retreating like this, but we definitely need a little more open of ground so everyone can fire. But yeah, there we go. Everyone's skirmishing now, and it looks pretty nice, honestly. Here, let's watch this. A lot of green I'm seeing, and they're really cluttered up, but after this match, we'll switch sides, and we'll take control of the sharpshooters to see if that makes a difference. But it looks like, man, it looks like that Master Archers are slaughtering these guys. Yeah, look at that. Not even close. I'm gonna, let's see, it's about, we're winning by about double right now. I might actually end up charging them, but I know they can win pretty quickly if they charge. Man, their accuracy is so bad though. Look at that, they're not even coming close to hitting. Here, let's see how accurate these guys are though. Let's see, I'm gonna do slow motion. Let's see how accurate these guys are. I'm just curious, because they say they have 100% accuracy. Oh, right in the kneecap, man. Yeah, okay. They're definitely really accurate. It still honestly looks pretty close, because they're so spread out and they're so far away, and the archers are so inaccurate. But let's look. It's getting closer actually. Look at that. Oh, but the crossbows are running out of ammo. Yeah, look at that. Like half the crossbows are out of ammo and they're charging. That is a huge issue. There it is. Their biggest flaw right there, the crossbows. They only have 20 shots. Oh, wow. Yeah, melee is definitely not going to work for them, though, because they're too outnumbered. Okay, so 382 to 500 was that round. And first round goes to the Aserai Master Archers. And it was really close at the end, honestly. It was very, very close. Alright, so we're going to switch sides. I'm going to take control of the Vlandian Sharpshooters this round. Alright, so this one looks like it's going to be really, really flat ground. And that's going to help us out a lot. So I'm going to end up spreading my guys out way in the back. And trying to get them a little bit on that hill. So actually, like, uneven terrain works really well for the sharpshooters for some reason. Like, at least bumpy flatlands. That makes it so everyone can get a line of sight on people. Because if it's completely flat, they cannot get shots off. So, okay, that looks pretty good to me. I think I might actually want to get back a little more. Yeah, I'm going to get back as far back as possible to make sure everything's flat. And everyone can fire. Alright, so about right there, I'd say. Maybe a little farther back? I don't know. I think that's pretty good, though. They should start being able to see the enemy soon. I'll make sure everyone can see. Yeah, it looks like everyone should be able to see eventually. Yeah, everyone's starting to fire now. Alright, look at this. Hopefully they can pull this one off, though. Should make it a little easier now that they're in formation. And there's a few kills going on, but we're starting to lose people already. Okay, let's watch the enemy side. Alright. Look at that horde of archers too. That's insane looking, man. This the amount of arrows going off right now. We'll even go in slow motion to show you exactly how many arrows are exchanging. You can just see the difference in fire rate right there. Here, let's just go across here. So you can just see the difference of how many arrows are being shot off by the archers compared to how many are being shot off by the sharpshooters. And it's a clear difference. I mean, like, it looks like it's like 7 times as much arrows coming from the archers. But okay, let's resume. They just, I don't know what it is. I feel like they just fire so quickly. I believe the average is 2 seconds compared to their 4, but these guys just keep getting stunned, I think. They're already retreating. Ah, man. Vlandian sharpshooters, you got this, guys. Come on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and charge in. Hopefully, we can wrap around a little bit, because they're kind of getting clumped up in the middle, and some of my guys can't see them. It's not looking good, though. Oh, man. It's close. It's close, though. Yeah, let's just watch this guy right here. Oh, never mind. He got shot in the shoulder, now he's running. I don't blame him. Oh, he just accepted it too. He didn't even start to reload. Poor dude. Ah, man, that wasn't even close. That was the best I could do with those sharpshooters, though, I think. Ah, that's sad. 318 to 500 is the final round. So they lost the second one. Yes, Aserai Master Archers won. They beat the Vlandian sharpshooters. Alright, we'll record that. 318 to 500. Alright, so the Aserai Master Archers move into the final round. So it's the second seed versus the first seed. So basically what the stats, told me, and like my in-depth into the archers led me to believing these are the 2 best archers in this entire game. So let's see who is the best out of all of them. You got the Empire Archers versus the Aserai Archers. And that'll definitely be interesting to see, because I personally believe the Aserai Master Archers could be better. They definitely could be better, because they're better in melee, and they also just have way more arrows. So it should be a really close fight, and I'll be interested in see who wins. Alright, so here we go. We got the final round between the Imperial Palatine Guard at Seed 1 and the Aserai Master Archer at Seed 2. Who is the best of all of Calradia? The Aserai or the Imperials for their archers? And we will be using a forest map with a river in the middle just to make it more interesting. And I will be helping the Aserai Master Archers since they are C2. And we're going as the Big PP Blue clan versus the Spartans. So Big PP versus the Spartans. Let's see who can win this. Alright, boys, this is the final round. And it's 1-1 currently against the 2 best units in this entire game for archers. And I'm going to be setting up these guys in a nice little spread out formation. And I'm going to be getting my Spartans right in the front to kind of make a nice shield wall for our archer brothers behind us. And it, honestly, this looks like this kind of looks like the Spartans versus Athens or something. This looks like Sparta versus Athens. So we're gonna hold fire and do a shield wall right there. And it looks like we might be a little too spread out, so I'm actually gonna get my guys to form up out like that. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Alright, they're getting really close though, so that's a little scary. We'll go ahead and face enemy. And my Spartans are definitely like right in the middle. I don't want them too far up though, just in case. Alright, let's look at this. See, where's the Spartans on their side? Their Spartans are behind their archers. But this is, yeah, this is definitely what I wanted. They're in a circle formation? What is this dude thinking? They don't even have their shields up. Alright, so this looks pretty good for us at the moment. Look at this, man. Big PP gang right there. Oh, we're out of range. I think we're out of range. Oops. Push up, boys. Push up. We're out of range. There we go. Okay, now we're spreading out a little more. And we're firing. Spartans are doing a nice job of holding that shield wall. This is the kind of skirmish battle I wanted to see for the two best archer units right here, man. This looks good. All right. Are we even firing that much? All right. Archers, go ahead and charge. I'm going to go ahead and charge my guys to get some more shots off. My Spartans are going to be right in the front too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, as soon as you charge, man, you get a... I'm gonna like mix in my charges with my fallback command to see if that can help out a lot. My Spartans are gonna keep pushing up. They're acting like my porcupines right now. Oh no! No, a couple of the Spartans are dying, man. Come on, Spartans. You got this. Alright, here we go. We're getting pretty close, so we're gonna go ahead and issue that fallback command. Same with the Spartans. We're gonna go ahead and fall back. Or actually, they can hold their ground. Oh, their backs are turned, though. Come on, Spartans. Oh, no. The enemy Spartans are getting in within spear range. Come on, boys. You got this, boys. No, they're getting outnumbered. Here, wait. All right, fall back. Or fight the Spartans. Fight the other enemy Spartans. Oh, no. All right, that's a good distraction, though. Are we winning at least? Yeah, we're winning. Nice. Fall back command for the win. All right, that looks pretty good right now. It's close, though. Yeah, honestly, it looks like the Aserai Master Archers are going to end up taking this one again. I know I'm helping them out, but I mean, look how spread out they are. It's obviously saying something. Oh, look at this. Look at this, too. These guys are running out of arrows. They're basically suicidal charging into the fray because they're out of arrows. That was their one weakness right there, too. They just can't fight for that long. Yeah, that's the reason they lost, pretty much. They had better gear. They had slightly better armor. They had a little lower skills, but they had less arrows. That was their issue. That's crazy. So on paper, the Imperial Palatine Guards are better, but you just add on like another huge stack of arrows and you get a victor right there. Look at that, man. That's beautiful. Aserai Master Archers, the best archers in Bannerlord. In all of Calradia, they have shown how ferocious they are and how skilled they are right there, man. They deserve to have the big PP flag above them, the big PP emblem. They deserve it, man. I know I hate the Aserai, and I've done some very, very scary things to the Aserai before in my Let's Plays, but you gotta give them credit. They are really good at using their archers. Alrighty, let's see the stats, man. Only five of the enemy got away, too. They devastated their entire army, man. Alright, so 500 kills to 240 right there. It's beautiful. So the Aserai Master Archers have taken it away and they have won the tournament. They are the best in all of Calradia, the Aserai Master Archers, until they encounter the Britannian Fiend champions. But that's for a later time. All right, so there you go. 240 kills for the Imperial Palatine Guard on round 3, and 500 kills for the Aserai Master Archers. So let's look at that. Aserai Master Archers are victorious. It's awesome. So if you guys want to go through like a Let's Play, or you guys want to, fight in Bannerlord Online, use Aserai Master Archers. They are one of the best for countering other archers, and they beat every other archer in the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little battle and that little tournament for you guys. I know it's a pretty long video. It's longer than my average, but I wanted it to be as in-depth as possible with the tournament and make sure that I'm getting the best archer versus archer battles for you guys that are as fair as possible. If you guys like this video, make sure to go check out the top 7 best archers in depth to see the basically analysis of every single archer in the game and their different stats and armors way more in detail. Or make sure to go check out my Bannerlord Exploits series, where I exploit the siege defenses and I defeat armies of 1,000 soldiers with just one single Spartan. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Spartans.